A mid-range phone with a mid-range price. Seems fair enough. I'm Rio Gion and welcome to the channel. You get the Snapdragon 765G, and at this price range, I'm not complaining because it's a mid-range chip, so you're getting a mid-range price. This is fair. The phone doesn't have a gimmick and it's not charging you $1,000. I'm a pretty reasonable guy. If you give a product the pricey performance it fits, I'm not complaining. You get a 6-inch 1080p screen with a 90Hz refresh rate. This is good. I think most phones are like these now, so it's good that they're keeping it up. You get 128 gigs of storage, which is fine. It's not the best, but it's the UFS 2.1, so it's the slower kind. And you don't get micro SD expansion, so this is actually pretty bad for storage and emulators and ROMs. If you're like the typical user, this is probably pretty okay because chances are you have cloud storage anyways. I would have liked micro SD, but I understand that this is something that's gonna go away, so there's nothing I can do about it. Sad. I like that it's the rear mounted fingerprint scanner instead of those under display ones because I think the under display still needs some work before they can get really good. No headphone jack, but I guess it's expected now, so hopefully you get wireless headphones and pay more money for it. The screen is OLED instead of AMOLED, so I don't know if that matters to you, but I figured I'd mention it just in case. There are dual camera setups in the back with a 12.2 megapixel wide and a 16 megapixel ultra wide for Pixel fans. I'm sure they'll love the ultra wide because that's something that they didn't have before. Since this is a Pixel device, you can expect the camera to take really good photos, and I'm sure this one will not disappoint. For those that don't want to break the bank and get a good smartphone camera, this is the phone to go. The phone can also do videos, but from past phone, the video is definitely not the reason why you buy a Pixel device. For Selfie Cam, you can get a 8 megapixel wide and can only do 30 FPS, so I don't know if this matters, but I figured that people would often do vlogs with their selfie camera. Is this true? Do you guys often do that? Comment down below, let me know. If you must have a 60 FPS for your selfie camera, then this phone is not for you. Overall, if you want a good point and shoot for photos and a smartphone, this is the one that should be in the shortlist. This phone comes with a 4080 milliamp battery, which is a pretty good size considering the mid-range chipset and the size of the phone. The 90Hz might hurt the battery more, but I don't think it's too bad. You get 18 watts of fast charging, which is good enough for me because I'm one of those people that charge their phone overnight and call it. If you charge your phone during the day, might be a little bit too slow, or not, depending on who you are, to be honest. There is wireless charging and reverse wireless charging, so that's good. I don't know about reverse wireless charging, but hey, I guess it's better to have it than not. Mid-range price for a mid-range phone with a mid-range spec, so it's fair game because apparently $700 is now mid-range, so I gotta keep up with the times. Later on I can see myself saying $1,000 is mid-range price for mid-range spec for a mid-range phone, which is fair game. I really wish I won't be saying that, but I think it's probably going to be sometime soon. I know phones are getting more and more expensive, but they're getting better and better. Like, I have a mid-range spec Note 9 Exynos, and I still don't think I would need to replace this phone with a new one anytime soon. The phone is still fast, battery life is still pretty good, so I think I'm probably gonna keep my Note 9 for a while until something really good comes up. For those that are in the market, this is a fair phone for a fair price. If you're a Pixel fan watching this, and chances are you already pre-ordered one, or you bought one depending on when I upload this video. There's no point to convince you otherwise. For people that are Apple fans, then I'm curious why you're watching this. Anyways, personally, I would skip this phone, go for the S20 FE, but I'm a different customer. I want Snapdragon 865 to play emulators better and microSD expansion to store ROMs. If you're new, click subscribe, the bell, thumbs up for more content. You guys stay awesome.